You don't need all your friends to believe in you, and most times they're not going to believe in you. But if you want to do something significant in this lifetime with the chance that you have, then you better believe in yourself. And today, we're going to talk about how to believe in yourself and how to have belief. And we're getting started right now. I had just woke up in a bright place. There was concrete wall and iron bars. And then it hit me. I was in the Ferguson Police Department, in the city of Ferguson Police Department. Woken up from an alcohol-induced blackout. Don't know how I was here. I remember the night before I went to a local bar and started drinking. And woke up and now here I am. Now leading up to this, I grew up in life. I've always wanted to fit in with other people because my father passed away and I wanted the acceptance from everyone else. I had the wrong role models or whatever, and I just wanted to fit in with other people. I wanted other people to like me. And that was a huge flaw I carried with for a huge part of my life. And this led to me, getting involved with drugs and then selling drugs and selling heavier drugs, and eventually I was smoking crack and shooting heroin. And that led to me to going to prison for 5 years of my life total. I did 4 years flat, came home, I stopped using the drugs, but I was still partying, drinking and stuff. And I was working at a bar and grill as a cook and working 50 to 60 hours a week. Everything was cool, for me at the time everything was cool. And then I got a job at this clothing store, making more money there at this Galleria, and it was, for me it was awesome because I was like, wow, I'm moving up, you know what I'm saying? And 2 weeks into it, I put my 2 weeks in at the bar and grill because I got a promotion at the clothing store because I was their top salesman. I was crushing it. I was feeling good and just crushing it all the way around the board, and they gave me a promotion. So I put in that 2 weeks, and then 2 days after that, I get a call from the clothing store, from Human Resources, and they're like, Mr. Babcock, you're a convicted felon. You gotta kick rocks. And man, I was crushed, because I finally thought that I was putting my past behind me where it belonged, and now this is coming back again to bite me. After I already served my time, this is something that I did years ago. I was 19, I'm 24 now, and I already served my time, and now, I put in my 2 weeks where I had some stability in my life, and now I don't have no job at all. That was a crusher. So instead of just doing the right thing and searching for other opportunity, I chose to feel sorry for myself and throw a pity party, and I began drinking heavily. Before this, I was only drinking on the weekends with my friends or, at the bars at some time, but I started drinking heavily from sunup to sundown every single day. I was hanging out with one of my friends at the time, and we were just drinking and partying, not caring about life. And then my wife got pregnant. And I'm like, really? I can't even provide for myself right now, and she's getting pregnant, and so I continued to drink, and all I really ever wanted in my life was to be a father, to my kids whenever I had them, because I never had a father figure, and now I can't even provide for it, and I continued to drink, and then we found out she's having twins, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, if anything else, could just come up and slap you in the face, here I am. And then, I went out that night. I had gotten a DWI, and I went out and partied at the bar. And I woke up, and here I am in this jail cell in Ferguson Police Department. And I'm heading back to prison 20 days before my sons were born. And that was like the worst feeling I've ever had in my life. It was just like a sharp pain in my stomach. Like I was getting stabbed, like I wanted to throw up. And it just, man, I was like, I'm not going to be there to see my children being born, so that was tough. And I did my 8 months, in prison. I made a decision, though, right then and there when I woke up in that jail cell that I was done. It wasn't about me anymore. I had to do what I had to do to be a responsible father, and I didn't know how I was going to get home and provide for him, but I was going to figure it out. And I got home, and, I started looking for a job, and I couldn't find one. And people are cracking jokes, my acquaintances, like, I wonder how long he lasts this time before he goes back to prison. And I'm feeling stressed out and desperate and inadequate because I can't even provide for myself, let alone my family. You know, I can't even get a job anywhere, and I'm thinking like I screwed myself. You know, I went and got these felony convictions on my record and these tattoos, and now I can't find a job, and now I can't provide for my family. I'm done. And it was just like, it was a tough time, and this went on for a month and a half, and I'm searching every single day, 5 to 20 applications every single day, and finally I got introduced to an opportunity in network marketing, and I didn't even know what the hell network marketing was, so you couldn't scare me off with the word pyramid scheme. But however, I got introduced to this, and they weren't judging me, and it was giving me an opportunity to provide for my family. I said, let's go. And within 6 months, I was able to produce almost $2,000 a month in residual income, which wasn't like, oh my God, you're rich or anything, but for me it was a game changer, and I was able to provide for my family. And you know, during this process though, you know, my confidence started building. I started believing in myself because, hey, first I get this opportunity, and then now I start bringing in, I'm building a team, and this team's looking up to me as a leader, and I'm helping showing other people how to grow their business, and helping putting, not only am I providing for my family and feeling good about myself, but I'm helping other people feed their families. You know, so it was like a complete role reversal. I'm like, wow, you know, my confidence started growing, and you know, eventually, you know, network marketing wasn't my true passion in life, and it led me to what I'm doing now, you know, like this right here, YouTube video providing value, or being a life coach to someone, or speaking on stage and helping transform lives. That's where my true passion's at. But it was a great starter, and that's how I started believing in myself. And once I had that belief in myself, once I knew that I could do something, had that belief, there wasn't nothing or anyone that could stop me. So let's talk about how you can believe in yourself, how to develop that confidence. How can you develop that self-esteem to where you believe in yourself and you can become unstoppable? So one of the best ways that I know how to do this is to use your imagination. That is by far the best way that I have been able to develop this belief and confidence in myself. So when I was going through this process and I got this opportunity in network marketing, I never done that before. I didn't know anything about building an organization of other distributors that are selling products and distribution of customers. Like, that didn't make any sense to me. I'd never done that before. However, you know, I had mentors and had people that had done it and explained to me how this worked and gave me an idea of how to do it. And then I was so excited that I had an opportunity and so passionate about it that I would visualize it all the time, you know, seeing my organization grow and like looking, you know, we had a back office on the computer where we could go and look at our organization. I would visualize it growing, you know, and I would visualize myself confidently talking with new prospects and showing them how this product and this service and this opportunity could add value to their life and why it made sense for them. And that translated into real life action, and what happened, those results, I got those by, that's all I thought about all the time. You know, I couldn't go to sleep at night because I was thinking about this stuff so much, and that translated into results. That's happened to me in many different situations, and okay, like literally if I've never done something before, like I talk about this one example a lot because it really had a profound impact on me. When I had to first go do a podcast interview and we were recording it, first time I ever did one, I was scared, nervous. I never, you know, talked on camera before, with someone asking me questions that I had to answer impromptu. You know, like I had to give an answer right on the spot. It wasn't no preparation, nothing. These people are firing off questions randomly and I gotta answer them and give them value. And I was on camera and like, this was like, you know, this was new to me, and it was frightening, and I was nervous about it, but I started visualizing, using my imagination for the weeks led up to that. A couple weeks later, every single night, I'm visualizing. When I got in there, you know, obviously the questions that I was visualizing myself being, the questions that I was getting asked, obviously none of those, most of them didn't even come up. But the fact that I was visualizing myself answering them confidently and calmly, that translated, and I nailed that. I nailed that interview. And I strongly believe it was because of the visualization that I did, because I use that in everything that I do, and it just gives me a sense of calmness, and I feel it empowers me. And when you're just starting out, or when you're just starting something new, get a bunch of small wins under your belt. Like if you're trying to go for something big, that's good. You know, always go for it. Dream big and go for it all, you know, because we only get one life. But start with something small. Get a bunch of small wins underneath your belt so you're building that confidence, you know. Just like a trainer with a boxer, you know, they obviously, how they train them, they do it a specific way where they get them a bunch of small wins, like where they, little things at once, where a boxer builds confidence, where he's learning different moves at a time, or however they go through that whole entire process. It's a bunch of small wins that build onto it with each other, and then they build that confidence up. So get yourself a bunch of small wins. Figure it out. Whatever that this main goal or desire that you have, how can you break it down into something like a little bite size where you can just accomplish that one at a time? And once you get all these bunch of these small wins underneath your belt, then you can go for something bigger. If this video has helped you in any way, shape, or form, and you want to watch more videos on how to believe in yourself, self-confidence, and self-esteem, be sure to check out this playlist right there. And if you know anyone, if you know anyone that struggles with believing in themselves, that has low self-esteem, just their self-confidence is not there, please share this video with them, because you never know what a message could do for someone at the right time. And as always, if you want to reach your potential and crush your goals, be sure to subscribe, tap the bell notifications, that way you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching, my winning friend, and I will see you next time.